Welcome back, friends, to this brand new Techhandy course on VMware vSphere 7. If you're interested in VMware virtualization, you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll take a deep look at VMware Host Profiles, what they are, why they're important, and how they help you manage consistency across multiple ESXi hosts. We'll also walk through a complete hands-on demo, covering everything from extracting and editing a host profile, to checking compliance, remediation, and password reset. So first, what exactly is a host profile? A host profile in VMware vSphere is a configuration template that allows you to capture settings from a reference ESXi host and apply those same configurations to other hosts. This ensures configuration consistency across your entire environment, especially helpful when deploying or managing large numbers of hosts through auto-deploy or manual installations. The process starts with a reference host, which is a fully configured ESXi host. This host contains the desired configuration, networking, storage, security, and system settings that other hosts should follow. The administrator uses vCenter server to extract a host profile from the reference host. This creates a reusable template containing all configuration settings from that host. After extraction, the host profile can be edited or customized. You can modify or add specific parameters, like IP addresses or host names, to adapt it for different hosts or clusters. The customized host profile is then attached to one or more ESXi hosts or an entire cluster. This defines where the profile will be applied and where compliance checks will be performed. Finally, the profile is applied or remediated to ensure that all attached hosts match the standardized configuration. You can simply extract host profile from reference host and apply to desired hosts, but it will fail the remediation step. vCenter automatically checks each host's configuration and updates it to stay consistent with the profile. Host profile simplifies host configuration and deployment. Ensures compliance and uniform settings across all ESXi hosts. Reduces human error in manual configurations. Speeds up recovery or rebuilds after reinstallation. Works seamlessly with auto-deploy for stateless hosts. Host profile can help you building new clusters quickly with identical settings. Can help to reapplying configurations to rebuilt or upgraded hosts. And verifying compliance between hosts in production. Now let's begin our demo. In our last video we deployed our Node 05 with auto-deploy, but we did not attach any host profile, so the Node 05 currently has no configurations attached to it. To extract host profile from the vSphere client, go to Menu and click on Policies and Profiles and then click on Host Profiles. Click Extract Host Profile, and select your reference host. In our case, I will select Node 03, which was one of previously deployed and configured. Give your host profile a descriptive name like Baseline Profile, or for simplicity I named as Host Profile Auto Deploy. You can add description and then click Finish. Wait for host profile to complete. Once extracted complete, click on Host Profile to review and modify settings. From Actions tab, click on Edit Host Profile. You'll notice multiple configuration categories, including authentication, network, storage, security, and image cache settings. One of the most critical sections is the System Image Cache configuration under System Image Cache Profile Settings. Let's discuss what these options mean, especially since we mentioned them in our last auto-deploy video. User must explicitly choose the policy option means the system administrator must manually specify how the image cache will behave. It's not automated. Enable stateless caching on the host creates a cached image of ESXi on the local storage, allowing the host to boot faster even if the auto-deploy server is temporarily unavailable. Enable stateful installs on the host installs ESXi permanently on the local disk, similar to a traditional installation. Enable stateless caching to a USB disk on the host is similar to option 2, but the cache is stored on a USB device instead of a local drive. And lastly, enable stateful installs to a USB on the host installs ESXi persistently on a USB drive. You can select according to your need and setup, but best recommendation is to use enable stateless caching on the host, which allows ESXi to cache the image locally while remaining stateless. After finishing configuration, save the host profile. Now, before applying it to deployed hosts, go back to Auto Deploy and temporarily deactivate your deployment rule. Then edit and attach the extracted modified host profile to the deployment rule. Once done, reactivate the rule. This ensures that the next time your ESXi host boots via Auto Deploy, it applies the correct host profile configuration automatically. You can also attach a host profile manually. From the vSphere client, go to Hosts and Clusters, right-click the desired host, and select Attach Host Profile. Pick the profile you created earlier and apply it. This is also useful for standalone hosts or hosts not deployed using Auto Deploy. Once your profile is configured and attached, the next step is to check compliance. Select the host profile and then from Actions click on Check Host Profile Compliance. Wait for attached host profile compliance to load. vCenter will compare your hosts against the baseline profile and report any mismatches. Under Monitor tab you can select your host and click on Check Compliance to manually check compliance again on that selected host. You can further edit host customization and manually add any additional details, such as host MAC address, network and storage MAC address, node host name, network settings. Since in this auto-deployed Node 05 we only attached one network card and no additional storage, we are not able to add or save any further details. The host set needs to be identical under same host profile. If any settings differ, you can click Remediate to automatically fix them. This saves tons of time compared to manually adjusting configurations. You can also export a host profile to a file, useful for backup or transferring profiles to another environment. Simply select the host and click on Actions and then select Export Host Profile. Additionally, vSphere allows you to export host customizations.csv file, which store unique values like hostnames, IPs, and DNS entries. This is helpful when applying one profile to multiple hosts that require unique network configurations. To import host profile, click on Policies and Profiles, then select Host Profile. Then click on Import Host Profile and attach Host Profile. Once new host profile loads, you can edit profile as needed. Before we end this video, a great quick trick to reset an ESXi root password using a host profile. Edit your host profile. Navigate to Security and Services, then Security Settings, Security, User Configuration, and select Root. Under User Configuration, set a new password. When you remediate the host with that profile, the root password will be updated automatically. This is a safe and supported way to recover access to a host if you forget the root credentials. There are some other useful features that you can explore further. Under Network Configuration, you can define standard switches, port groups, and VM kernel adapters that should exist on all compliant hosts. You can add or remove standard switches to match your environment. For example, define vSwitch 0 for management and vSwitch 1 for vMotion or storage traffic. You can also define port groups such as Management Network, vMotion, or VM Network directly in the host profile, ensuring all hosts share identical network settings. In the next video, we'll begin exploring vSphere networking, starting with standard switches, vSwitches, their configuration, uplinks, and port groups. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends learning VMware. Thanks for watching Techhandy. See you in the next video.